Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending Walk the Talk.
Walk the Talk is it's a community engagement day. It's to promote awareness of people with disabilities, to promote inclusion of people with disabilities. We have local service providers, local community organisations, hoping to get a fair few community here and just get some engagement happening. Just try and help them make aware of what they're entitled to and hopefully give them a better lifestyle.
That's the agenda for the day, so I thought I'd just give that around to everyone so you know it's going to run.
Do you want me to take them around?
Can you give Kim?
So they were going to do the morning tea, the Phoenix. I suggested if you wanted me to get fruit and cut that up, because I did order 2 slabs of cake with the meat.
But we thought if we invited Barunga Aboriginal Medical Service along, they can send their health worker and they can do the first aid tent.
Alright.
So she's with who?
Barunga Aboriginal Medical Service. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, nice.
So we're having the drink bottles at this event, some of them. Yeah. So they're already in the reception room in a box. So
So Eva's going to pick up the big marquee here, and I will get her to pick up the Elders Dome.
Yeah, that marquee up Coffs office there too.
So Ready Mob are having a stall. Jumping Castle rides.
Yep. Set.
Who's going to do Welcome to Country?
I will ask Virginia. She's a language teacher at Murabai. And
So I've got all your emails. I'll do that up as soon as I get back.
yeah, face paint is all set.
Yep.
Yeah, I've sent an email through to Triple B to NBR.
When are you going to start the music? What time is it?
8 o'clock when we get there.
For I come from the soul of people. We always live by the sea.
It's a beautiful day for our Walk the Talk gathering. Hopefully we'll get a lot of families here with their children and take advantage of all the service providers that are going to be here. How are you, fella?
Hello everyone. Can you all hear me down there? I'm going to ask Virginia to come up and do the Welcome to Country in Gumbaynggirr language. You're standing on Gumbaynggirr homeland, and this is Gumbaynggirr country.
Gam Tarayay Gam, Ujalini Nyagay Guyam. It's all good to see you today. Gambaring Gamba, Yam, Narangiyay Fruit, Kalakala Yam, Mudalay Gul. We're here to learn and listen today. Naja, Kalanaranga Kuyuken Bean. First, we pay my respect to the elders. Yari Jalangawnyo Yari Giri Yila in the past, present, and today. Naja Kala Naranga Gori Bean Wo Yamati Gila. I also pay respect to the people here today. Womaga, Yuwa, and all the rest of the people from around everywhere to Gumbaynggirr Jagan. Ginana, be happy. Woohoo!
Yam ngai gungu garway pare nyake gu kalawna dawara.
Walk the Talk is just an event for disabilities providers. A lot of Aboriginal people don't know there's services out there that needs help. They might not know they have. they've got a disability. So come out and have a look and we'll be able to help them in some way.
Ginagay Nor Jarwin Nyam Gregba, Bunjalung Jambra. Hello everybody, I'm Greg Slocky, I'm a Bunjalung man. I'd just like to acknowledge the Gumbaynggirr people as the traditional custodians of this land, and I'd like to pay my respects to the elders past, present and the young people, the future elders. I'm a NDIS linker. I work for Narala Aboriginal Corporation. My main role is to put on community engagement and information days to get people aware of the NDIS and to help people that have fallen through the gaps of the NDIS to access eligibility for the NDIS, to help them through the process.
My name is Alice Cooper and I work for the NDIS in Nambucca Heads. My role is something called a local area coordinator. So we're the face-to-face people of the NDIS, if you like, that has that face-to-face relationship with participants and the community. So that's what we do. If somebody comes to us and they want assistance with access, we can help them with that initial stage. So in other words, we can talk the NDIS with them in the room, talk through with them about what the NDIS is about and about what the access process will look like and what the planning process looks like, so that people aren't in the dark really about what they should expect from that process and that contact with the NDIS, so they feel more informed.
People getting on the NDIS package, they can get improvements done on their house, so it makes their life easier in their house. They can access services that'll come around and look after their lawn, do their gardening, some housekeeping, house cleaning, cook meals if they have to.
I'm Ability Links, I'm a linker, so my role is to help people with referrals. Our main aim is to help them reach their goals. Some of them don't know that they've got a disability and they don't know that there's help out there for them. I've worked at the mail section of Ability Links, so yeah, a lot of people come out and they're foreign to all of the stuff that's out there. I'll give them referrals and lead them to the right areas and go and speak for them. If they need any help, I go and fill out forms and that for them and take them to doctor's appointments, take them out their referrals, and I take them to the Department of Housing or that and help them put the names on the list and just help refer them to the right people to go and see.
My name is Kim Jarrett. I'm the Ability Links worker, female, Aboriginal. What I'd like to do is to get as many of our community members connected to the NDIS if they're eligible. The program is for disability social inclusion. And today at the Walk and Talk, this is why we've been meetings and speaking, because a lot of our people don't know any of the disability services, or not many that they know of, as well as Aboriginal services within the valley. It's also connecting services in Coffs Harbour.
I think often for Aboriginal people there can be a bit of a barrier in terms of us, because we're in an authority, I guess. So I think it's us trying to work alongside individual Aboriginal people and Aboriginal community organisations to try and break down those barriers, and also trying to have a greater understanding of the NDIS, but also so that our actual individual faces are known, I think is really important too, so that people feel that they can just walk into our office and say, I remember you, I met you at a community event, and it's kind of opens those doors and breaks down some of those barriers.
I'm Marie and I'm from Northcott, and we're partners with the NDIS in the early childhood, early intervention phase. We are here spreading the word about Northcott being the partner. So we're basically partners right up the coast. So we're the people to go to if families have children 0 to 6 and they've got some developmental concerns. the biggest change I think that needs to be pointed out is that in that space a diagnosis isn't necessary. So we're able to get children through and get some funding for early intervention. So we know that with statistics, Aboriginal families are the least likely to actually seek help. So we're here trying to just make ourselves accessible as possible. So I myself am Aboriginal, so I'm from Wiradjuri in Mudgee, and so that's why we're doing a special painting today. So the meaning behind the painting will be just community spirit from Walk the Talk, and it'll actually be put up in our office in Coffs Harbour. So it can be anything. So the biggest thing that we quite often get is if a family, for example, have behavioural issues or they've got some speech concerns. So it can be also that somebody's just mentioned that something's not quite right. So it's a matter of just getting in contact with us, and we help have those conversations to get that information that we need, and we assist the families to do all of the paperwork and through the whole process of the NDIS. So I know that it can be a little bit scary, and I know that especially when we're dealing with the younger children.
My name's Jeremy Hill. I work as a team manager with Guide Dogs, and we cover a big area from Port Macquarie up to Tweed Heads and way out west towards Moree that way. And being in an area of a lot of people getting older in this region, unfortunately your eyesight tends to deteriorate with too many birthdays basically. So as they get older they find they can't read the newspaper and they can't do the things they used to do before. And so while we're known as guide dogs, we do a lot more than just guide dogs. We work with kids who have had issues with their vision since birth, and we work with a variety of just people, keeping people independent in the local community and that sort of thing. And also people who had strokes too. They can actually lose half their eyesight through a stroke. But then of course we do the guide dogs as well. But we are specialised with a vision impairment, but we have an occupational therapist who can help people to get back into the kitchen without injuring themselves with knives and things like that. We have an orthoptist who can actually go around and check people's vision if they can't get to see a local clinic. So that's a really good service now. Things like nursing homes and places like that. Sometimes people don't get their eyes checked.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I work for New Horizons. I'm an Aboriginal community support worker.
And my name's Dale. I'm a community support worker with New Horizons down in Coffs Harbour.
New Horizons has been around for a while, so we cover from Tweed as far as the Sydney region. We've got 8 domains, so generally in our service we look after mental health through the HASI and CLS programs. We also do the NDIS to support our customers through disability as well. We're all about integrating back into the community, linking in with other services. It's always about their recovery and well-being, so we're there to maintain and monitor their well-being.
Yeah, and we offer some wonderful group programs which run on a weekly basis, including music group. We have a separate section for ladies, and the gents get together and have fun days together. We do a cooking program once a week on a Thursday, which we find really great and interactive, and people have got some skills there that they can take home and hopefully move on with their lives, you know, make some progress.
Generally I hear about stuff through the CHI meetings and what services they provide, and then if I have a question that's got to do with Indigenous customers, I generally would ring up and ask the Narala what they have to offer that would best suit our customers. That's why it's always good to come to these days and build that network up and find out who's about and what they provide in the communities, because not a lot of people know what's happening out there.
Nanyondi Ja Virginia. I am Kumbanga Nyami. I teach language in the past. I've been with language for a very long time. One of the regional students in our first course that we run in Moorabai. I'm now the administration, and I'm here to promote Moorabai and what Moorabai does. We do publications, publicate a lot of language books. They do revitalisation, help other language groups along the Mid-North Coast. We just engage in their identity of who they are as Aboriginal people and where they're from, and we not only just teach languages, culture and language comes together. And we don't own the land owns us because we belong to this land, this country, we say Bari, this area that we belong to. That's identify us as Kumbanga people, we're on Kumbanga land, and it's so forth with other languages.
My name's Natasha and this is Monica. I've cared for Monica for about 6 years now. She moved down from Brisbane. She came to me with just a backpack. So when NDIS come in, I knew that it was going to be a bit of help. The NDIS disapproved the application. So I heard that getting a complete function assessment would help the process. Ability Links helped me out previously with getting Monica into a social activity. So I phoned Kim from our local worker here and asked if she could fund the OT function assessment that I needed to move further, and she got approval, and so I got the function assessment done, reapplied and got approval with it, and now I'm working with Nambucca Valley Disability Services to get some stuff happening for her to meet some of the goals. Monica's 16 now, so even just social stuff, a bit of OT therapy, and just working on her confidence, I suppose, to eventually and hopefully one day be confident to live independently.
She's a young girl that we've actually had her help her carer to get her into the Little A's, to participate in school carnivals as well, and she's going really well, so still a part of the Little A's, which is good to see.
Just a young Aboriginal man from Urunga. He's riding his bike from Urunga to Cross Harbour twice, 3 times a week. That's like 70k return trip, and he's got an intellectual disability, and no one is helping him. And I asked him what goals did he have. He said, one day I'd like to go for my licence. And so we set him up with doing a driver's L course. It was a 6-week program, and he did the course, and no one thought he'll pass the test. And he passed the test the first exam he did. And then he was doing driving lessons with his family, and our service got him driving lessons. So he got driving lessons with our service. And then he went for his P's, did his 120 hours. He's done his P's and got the P straight away.
Nambucca Valley Disability Service here, they have really helped me through a lot as well. With them and Ability Links and the local AMS as well. Like, they've really done quite a lot. I didn't know where to go, where to start. I started, once I got the approval, I went to the local area coordinator to help me with the extra lot of paperwork, and that really helped me because I just didn't know where to start, and they got the paperwork, sent it all off. So yeah, with those 3 services, it really helped.
The reason why I'm in this job is because, from personal experience, knowing that it was hard for to get connected to services that may be able to help, and of course there weren't any Aboriginal services back then, so it was mainstream services, and so it was really hard to get help, and that's why I took this position, is because I know that the obstacles that they can face that's my passion, because, you know, I've been in that boat and I know what it's like to struggle. But, you know, once you get that help, there's a whole new world that opens up, you know, and seeing people that are happy when they, you know, reach that goal, and that is just, it's amazing to me. Yeah.
It's been a good day, yeah, a lot of service providers. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the day.
And you're going to do it again next year?
Yeah, hopefully, yes. We should. No, we've got NAIDOC week coming up, so NAIDOC week's in July, so we can have a one down here for that.